A woman takes a selfie as a protester wears an effigy of Donald Trump in front of the White House during a protest demanding an independent investigation in the Trump-Russia ties. May 10, 2017, by Jim Watson, AFP, Getty Images. As Robert Mueller's investigation into Donald Trump's campaign wins on the presidency has become a head-spinning choose-your-own-adventure game, one that could end in a constitutional crisis or the impeachment of a president, if Trump doesn't fire Mueller first. Perhaps, as many Republicans maintain, the special counsel will find nothing damning at all. Outlets such as the New York Times, the Washington Post, and, yes, the Skim and Vanity Fair's Hive, have meticulously followed the proceedings, chronicling new developments and scrutinizing their significance. But according to new data gathered by the Hive, the Skim, and SurveyMonkey as part of Millennial Takeover 2018, our year-long editorial project in advance of the midterm elections, at least one group is relatively tuned out when it comes to Trump in Russia and the accompanying intrigue: millennial women. That's not to say millennial women don't care about dirty politics. When asked, 67% said that they're concerned about corruption. But when it comes to Russia specifically, their interest drops off. Only 26% of millennial women said they were following news of the Mueller investigation extremely or very closely, compared to 41% of respondents overall, though 39% say it concerns them. In a survey conducted by the Skim, one woman cited confusion on the issue, stoked by conflicting media reports. "It's all turned into one big mess," she said, "and I don't know who or what to believe anymore." Others, like the president, expressed the wish that the issue would disappear entirely. "They haven't found anything," another Skim reader said. "Let's move on. We have bigger issues to focus on." The exception, unsurprisingly, is the millennial women who are most engaged with electoral politics. Among female millennials who say they're absolutely certain to vote in 2018 midterms, 55% are concerned about the Russia investigation, and 41% say they're following it extremely or very closely. That engagement counts for a lot. Among millennial women who aren't certain they'll vote, just 28% are concerned about the Russia probe, while 14% are following it very or extremely closely. Interestingly, the likelihood to vote in 2018 is less correlated with levels of trust in local officials. While a majority, 55%, of the millennial women who are absolutely certain to vote in November say they have less trust in lawmakers today than they did a year ago, the less engaged group felt mostly the same way, with 47% saying they had grown more suspicious of government officials. The survey data also reveals a significant gender gap in views of Russia. 75% of millennial women worry that Russia will influence the midterm elections, compared to 63% of male millennials, and 70% say the Trump administration isn't doing much, if anything, to prevent foreign interference, compared to just 52% of millennial men. Until people learn to start discerning what news sources are fake, I think Russia is going to have a pretty easy time of it when it comes to influencing public opinion in any way, said a third Skim reader. Regardless of the outcome, 46% of millennial women believe that the Russia investigation will have a major impact on Trump's legacy, which could contribute to the overwhelming view among female millennials that the president's endorsement is toxic. 48% of millennial women say they would be less likely to vote for a candidate Trump endorses. Among millennial women who say they're likely to vote this year, 58% are averse to a Trump-endorsed candidate, a number that rises to 72% among Democrats and Democratic-leaning millennial women. In some ways those numbers are unsurprising, aligning with expected partisan divides. But the data also reveals that female millennials may be more open-minded than their peers when they hit the voting booth in November. Nearly two-thirds of independent-leaning female millennials did not vote at all in 2016, making them the least engaged group that was polled. But they were also the most likely group to express regret about their choice, with only 59% saying they would do the same thing again today. Survey methodology. The Skim Hive online poll was conducted April 27 to May 2, 2018, among a total sample of 10,204 adults, including 1,287 female millennials. Respondents for these surveys were selected from the nearly 3 million people who take surveys on the SurveyMonkey platform each day. The modeled error estimate for the full sample is plus or minus 1.5 percentage points. Among millennial women, the modeled error estimate is plus or minus 3.5 percentage points. Data has been weighted for age, race, sex, education, and geography using the Census Bureau's American Community Survey to reflect the demographic composition of the United States ages 18 and over. The full breakdown by demographics is located here.